Facing a spike in COVID-19 cases, the government has announced new measures to hopefully flatten the rising curve of the pandemic on the island. Prime Minister Andrew Holness outlined the measures as he addressed a virtual press conference at Jamaica House. Melvin Pennant has that story.
First in the new measures, it involves the curtailing of movement to slow down the spread of the virus. Therefore, there will be a tightening of curfew hours.
The island-wide curfew time will be brought forward from 11 p.m. to 9 p.m. effective Thursday, August 27 until September 30th, 2020. I'm asking everyone to understand that as of Thursday, if you live in the parishes other than St. Thomas, Kingston, St. Andrew, St. Catherine, and Clarendon, the curfew starts at 9 p.m. and will end the following morning at 5 a.m., and this will continue daily until September 30th, 2020. So for clarity, the 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew remains in effect for the parishes of St. Thomas, Kingston, St. Andrew, St. Catherine, and Clarendon until the 2nd of September 2020. Thereafter, and until September 30th, 2020, the curfew in these parishes will be from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., consistent with the other parishes in Jamaica.
The next step involves limiting potential spreader events, such as funeral services, church services, and other public gatherings.
Last Friday, we indicated that the parishes of St. Thomas, Kingston, St. Andrew, Clarendon, and St. Catherine, for those parishes, funeral services will be prohibited. Churches will be able to hold their regular worship services. We are now extending this prohibition to the entire island, effective Thursday, August 27, 2020. Burials, however, will continue, but with strict observation and enforcement of the 15-person rule, and the 15-person rule includes no more than 10 mourners, with the additional 5 persons comprising the officiating clergy, the funeral officials, and persons preparing the gravesites. Funeral processions in Jamaica as of August 27, 2020 will only be allowed to include the hearse, the vehicles taking the officiating clergy, and the mourners. Normal church service, which operate in compliance with the established protocols, which have worked very well so far, will continue. Congregants are reminded that gatherings in excess of 20 persons are not allowed outside the place of worship. When the service ends, please leave the church premises without congregating outside the place of worship. We're seeing a clustering of cases occurring in a number of communities within the corporate area. We have decided that we will take some additional measures for these communities. So effective Thursday, August 27, persons will be required to remain at home, which means staying in their yard space, in addition to staying inside, outside of curfew hours.
In all of this, the Prime Minister urged citizens to take personal responsibility in their response to the pandemic.
The virus cannot move unless we move. And so the measures that we are putting in place are designed now to limit movement, to limit unnecessary movement. I'm discouraging persons from interacting with others who are not a part of your immediate household. As difficult as it is to hear, we have had young persons die in Jamaica as a result of COVID-19.
The measures are nothing new, and the government had always maintained that they would revisit the same if the need arises. With COVID-19 cases now at 1,612 and rising, the time to act is now. Melvin Pennant, PBCJ News.